All right, we're going to take a look at the surface area of a cylinder. So when we think about area, we're thinking about what covers the outside space, not what's inside this cylinder. So it's not like if I was filling a glass of water up, how much water the cup would hold. It is how much you would need to cover the outside of it. So surface area of a cylinder. It says the surface area of a cylinder is the sum of the two bases. Okay, so if you think about the bases of a cylinder, what shape are they? They are a circle. And the lateral surface area. And this is the formula. Its surface area equals 2 times the radius squared times pi plus pi times the diameter times the height. So let's break that formula down. 2 times let's just unhighlight it for a second. 2 times pi times the radius, 2 times the radius squared times pi is going to be our two circles. Okay? Then the second part, so that's the circle part. The second part of that formula, pi times the diameter times the height, is going to be covering this portion of our cylinder. So when we open up a cylinder and we take it apart, it looks like this as its flat piece, but then we have a circle here and a circle here, okay? Because it's made up of two circles and a rectangle. You're probably going to need to copy this formula down so that you can use it when we get to our practice problems. So again, it's 2 times the radius squared times pi plus pi times the diameter times the height. So let's look at a couple problems. We're going to be looking at this worksheet, and we're going to look at number 1 together. So that formula is 2 times the radius squared times pi plus pi times the diameter times the height. So we know the radius is 2. That's what's given. We know the height is 7. And the other piece that we need for the formula is the diameter. Well, if we know the radius, we know the diameter. Remember, the diameter goes the whole way across the circle, so it would be double the radius. So it's 4. Okay? So now we're just inserting those values that we need for this formula. So 2 times our radius squared. So 2 squared times 3.14 plus 3.14 times 4 times the height of 7. Okay, so you're going to use your calculator and you're going to multiply this out. So 2 times 2 squared times 3.14 gives me 25.12 plus 3.14 times 4 times 7 is 87.92. And when I add those together, I'm going to get 113.04. Our label's inches, and we're talking about area, so it's squared. Let's take a look at another example. Second example, I would write out what everything is. The height is 13, the radius is 10, and the diameter would be double this radius, so it would be 20. So now we're going to fill in the formula. Do you remember what that formula is? It's 2 times the radius squared times pi plus pi times the diameter times the height. So 2 times the radius squared times pi, I'm going to use 3.14, plus 3.14 times the diameter times the height. So when you're looking at this one, hopefully you're saying, well, that's going to be a much larger number than in the last question. So when you multiply and add those, you get 1,000 444.4 feet squared. Okay? In the next problem, it also gives you the radius of the circle, and I think all of the following examples also give you the radius. Okay? If you have any questions, please email me.